Welcome back to my channel Math School. In today's video, let us see revision for chapter 4 circles. In my previous videos, I have completed the revision and MCQs on various chapters such as arithmetic progression, triangles, pair of linear equations, quadratic equations and coordinate geometry. If you have not watched those videos, do find the link in the description box below or click the I button above. And also do like my video and subscribe to my channel so that I can make more such videos for you guys, and also watch the video till the end. Now quickly let us begin with the video. Revision for chapter 4 circles. So let us first see what a circle is. Circle is a collection of all points in a plane which are at a constant distance, that is the radii, from a fixed point center. So this is a circle and there is a fixed point at the center. From this center, the radius to any point of the circle will be constant. The center, let us take as O. The radius of the circle will remain constant throughout the circle. This is the definition for circle. So now let us consider a circle and a line PQ. So here there can be three possibilities given here. So the first possibility is the line PQ and the circle have no common point. Here you can see that the line PQ and the circle has no common point. So PQ is called the non-intersecting line with respect to the circle because this line PQ is not intersecting with the circle. This is the first case. The second case can be this line PQ which is intersecting this circle. So what is this line PQ called? This condition, there are two common points, that is point A and point B, that the line PQ and the circle have, right? So in this case, we will call this line PQ as a secant of the circle. And the third possibility is a line PQ can just touch a circle at a single point. So there is one point A which is common to the line PQ and the circle. This is the point A which is common to the line PQ and the circle. So in this case, this line is called as the tangent to the circle. So these are the three given possibilities that can occur between a line PQ and a circle. So these are the few important things. The important points I have noted down here. So you guys also can mark these important points in your textbook. These are the important statements that can be directly asked as a MCQ questions in your question paper. So next we will see what is a tangent to a circle. A tangent to a circle is a line that intersects the circle at only one point. Okay, so this is a circle and we have a point P here. At this point, if you observe, we have n number of tangents, right? So these are the number of possibilities a tangent can rotate both left side and right side. But we can notice that at a point P, we can obtain only one single tangent, which is A dash and B dash, because a tangent occurs only when there is a single point of intersection between the tangent and the circle. Okay, so there is only one tangent at a point of the circle. Only one tangent can be drawn at any given point of the circle. The next statement is the tangent to a circle is a special case of secant when the two endpoints of its corresponding chord coincide. So here you can see a secant in case of A double dash and B double dash. A secant is formed. So this is called as the secant when the two endpoints of the corresponding chord coincide. Again, there cannot be more than two tangents parallel to given secant. So here you can observe a secant PQ. A secant is a line which intersects the circle at two given points. Okay, so we have a secant here PQ. For this secant PQ, you can observe that only two tangents can be parallel to any given secant. Again, this is very much important point. So these are some important points with respect to a tangent to a circle. So please make a note of all these points as well. Now next is coming to our theorem number 4.1. which is again an important theorem. The tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Here you can see we have a circle with center O and XY is a tangent at a point P. So this is the common point between the tangent and a circle. We have a radii which is OP to the circle and this radii is perpendicular to the tangent XY. So the theorem says the tangent at any point of a given circle. Okay, so wherever you want to draw this tangent on a circle, for example, if the tangent is at this point, or if the tangent is at this point, or if the tangent is at this point, you can observe that the radii will always be perpendicular to the any given tangent at any point of a circle. At this point of a tangent, radius is perpendicular. Again, here you can observe that radius is also again perpendicular to this tangent as well. Hence, the tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So this is the point contact for this tangent and the radii. Again, this is the point of contact for this tangent and the radii, and this is the point of contact for the tangent and the radii. So at the point of contact of the tangent and the radii will be perpendicular to the tangent at any given point of a circle. So this is what the theorem says. So from this theorem we can also conclude some points. So let us see what are those points which are also important. By theorem above, we can also conclude that at any point on a circle, there can be only one and only one tangent, right? So at any point of a circle means, see, this is a circle. At any given point, if you take a point here or here or here, wherever you take a point, this point, there can be only one tangent that can be drawn to this circle. Okay, only one tangent is possible at any given point on a circle. There cannot be two tangents that can be drawn at a given point P on a circle. The second most important point is the line containing the radius through the point of contact is also sometimes called the normal to the circle at the point. So here, which is the point of contact between the circle and the tangent? So this is the point of contact, right? So at this point of contact, the radii is also called as the normal to the circle at the point P. This is the normal or perpendicular to the tangent xy, or it is the normal to the circle at point P. So this is theorem number 4.1. So next let us see the number of tangents from a point on a circle. Again, there are three different cases between a point and a tangent on a circle. So the first case is there is no tangent to a circle passing through a point lying inside the circle. So this is a circle, and if there is a point P which is lying inside the circle, there cannot be a tangent formed for any point that is lying inside the circle. Okay, this is what the case number 1 says. In a second case, there is only one and only one tangent to a circle passing through a point lying on the circle. So when you consider a circle and there is a point on the circle, on this point there can only be one tangent that can be drawn, right? So this point we have seen previously also. So this is again very much important. A third case will be there are exactly two tangents to a circle through a point lying outside the circle. So here we have a point lying outside the circle. So from this point which is lying outside the circle, there can be two tangents drawn to the circle. That is PT1 and PT2 are the two tangents that are drawn from a point outside the circle. Right, so these are the three cases. When there is a point inside the circle, there can be no tangents drawn. When there is a point on the circle, there can only be one tangent drawn from the point on the circle. And the third case is when the point is outside the circle, there are maximum two tangents that can be drawn from a point which is lying outside the circle. So depending upon this case 3, we have a theorem number 2. That is theorem 4.2, which says the length of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. So this is a circle with center O, and we have a point P which is lying outside the circle. So from this point P we can draw two tangents, right? That is, the tangent one is PQ and the second tangent is PR. So the length of tangents from an external point P are always equal. That is, the length PQ is equal to the length of the tangent PR. This is what our theorem number 4.2 says. So from this theorem, what are the points we can conclude? This theorem can also be proved by using Pythagoras theorem. We can observe that the triangle PQO is a right angle triangle because this OQ is the radius which is perpendicular to the tangent, right? So here there is a 90-degree angle formed. So therefore there is a right angle triangle formed, that is OQP. Similarly here, if you observe again, OR is the radii of the circle which is perpendicular to the tangent PR. So here there is a 90-degree angle formed. Again we can say that the triangle ORP is a right angle triangle, right? So there are two right angle triangles formed here whenever you draw tangents from a point P which is lying outside the circle. So we can say that PQ square is equal to OP square minus OQ square. Similarly, PR square is equal to OP square minus OR square. Now from the figure we know that OQ and OR are the radii of the circle which will be equal, right? So if these two radii are equal, then these two equations will become equal because OQ and OR are equal. Then we can say that PQ is equal to PR, right? So this is how PQ is equal to PR in this theorem. A second most important point is the angle you can observe, that is OPQ and OPR are equal because OP is the bisector of QPR, that is the center lies on the bisector of the angle between the two tangents. So here OP is the bisector, right, between the angle QPR. So this bisector lies on the center of the circle, that is O. So therefore, whenever this condition occurs where the point P is lying outside the circle and there are two tangents drawn to the circle whose lengths are equal, OP forms the bisector and the angle OPQ will be equal to angle OPR. Okay, so these are the few important things that you have to know from this chapter 4 circles. So in my next video, I'll be solving MCQs based on this chapter 4 circles. If you like my video, do like the video and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that bell button so that you will be notified whenever I upload a new video on my channel, and also watch the related videos of every chapter shown on the screen. Thank you.